I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my plower, chugga-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester.
Hey guys, welcome to the Adopted Farmer program. I'm your adopted farmer, Clint, and we're out here in the combine. This is our soon-to-be 2-year-old mischievous daughter, JC, who is actually refraining from pressing any buttons for Daddy, so that's always good. We farm in northeast South Dakota, near a town called Bristol. I am the 5th generation on this farm, which means JC would be the 6th. Our farm was homesteaded back in 1886, and in one of the future videos we'll go over the Homestead Act. We farm mainly soybeans, corn, we got some rye and oats, and we also raise cattle for calf production. So not only has it been pretty trying times for everybody in the state and the country, it's been a pretty difficult couple of years for everybody around here. It's been last year, we're actually still kind of recovering from a very wet, abnormally wet year last year, where we finally got done combining our corn here in April. And because it was so wet this spring, we only probably got a third of our farm planted. So this year, it's been actually enjoyable combining. It is October 8th, and we probably only have one more day left to combining soybeans. Whereas the last 2 years, we've gotten a foot of snow on the 10th of October, both years. So it is kind of an abnormality to be finishing beans this early, which is kind of nice. Since we're in the combine, let's talk about soybeans. Soybeans were planted back in May. End of April, early part of May. As you notice, there's there's no weeds out here at all. That's because throughout the year they got sprayed twice to keep the weeds at bay. And anything that we consider a weed is anything that isn't a soybean out in this field. As you can see, the beans are reeled in to the header, where they're cut with a long knife, and the conveyors bring it into the center, where it's conveyed into the center of the combine, where there's a big rotor that separates the seed from the pods and the stem and everything. And it goes, everything that we don't want is taken out the back, and the clean grain is augured up into our tank, where we auger it into either our grain cart or the semi. So these soybeans here are actually going to be taken by truck up to Aberdeen to the HEP soybean crushing plant, where they use a big press to separate the oil from the actual soybean seed, where you get vegetable oil and the soybean meal that gets fed to livestock like pigs and cattle. The plant goes through 50 million bushels a year, which takes all the production from a 5-county radius. So it not only is it good for us farmers here, it's good for the local economy by all the extra jobs it creates. Farmers nowadays, we really rely on a lot of different technology. And as you have relied on computers and iPads for all your distance learning now here to finish out your last year, we use them not only when we're planting and in the combine. It's technology drive the combine for me, so I can look at header functions and other combine information. It's also mapping the production of a given area. So I can go back and create maps so I know how much nutrients and fertilizer to put down on a specific area of the field. So we're able to kind of target the field and not over apply nutrients. Not only does that save us money, but it also is better for the environment as well. So it's good for everything. Let's pull away from the combine here a bit and go to your next favorite time of the session is hot quiz time. And today, I'll switch my camera around here. And as you can see, it's a little bit different weather than when I was in the combine. So as I said before, the plant here crushes 50 million bushels of beans in a year. And out of that, you get about 48 pounds of soybean meal per bushel. And all that goes to feeding both pigs and chickens. Since we know this soybean plant goes through 50 million bushels of soybeans and produces 48 pounds of soybean meal, how many total pounds of bean meal does it produce in a year? If you guys guessed 50 billion pounds, you're right. If that were to be fed to only pigs, that would be able to feed approximately 24 million pigs in a year. But enough test time. Let's get back to the combine. Thank you very much for tuning in this month. If you have any questions, please submit them to your teacher. And if you'd like to ask us questions, follow us on Facebook at Brandlee Farms. So on behalf of me, myself, Kelly, and JC here, and the rest of the gang here at Brandlee Farms, keep your stick on the ice.
JC, can you say goodbye?